Hi there, I just thought I'd share with you how I go about making a monthly divider page for my Project Life album. I always make a monthly divider page if you've followed me before. This is the one I made for October, which I shared in the Facebook group and on my Instagram. And this was made, I think, from a one little word vellum sheet that I stitched to a piece of acetate I had, and then did all these leaves that I stitched around the outside. It just creates a division in my album, which I like before we start the new month. Now, in the past, I've made them from the seasonal paper pack that Ali did release in the earlier part of the year, but she hasn't done one for this season. So I've started making them using the digital version of the packaging, and this is the digital packaging for November. So this is how I do it. I just thought I'd share in case anybody was interested. I always buy the digital package as well as receiving the physical kit, because you've got options to change things up if you want to. So the first thing to do is I'm going to make a new page, and I want to make it 9 inches wide, so blank file, and I want to make it, this is outside the page protector size in a 6x8 album, but what I do is I just alter that to 9 inches wide for making one for my Project Life 9x12 album. So there's my initial start point. I was going to use the digital packaging, which is this, and then the other thing I liked the idea of was the other vellum that's a 3x4 vellum called All These Things So Thankful, and I quite like that as well. So I might use the two of them together. So what I've done is I've taken the 9x8.25 background, and I've I've opened this All the Things 3x4, and then I actually just dragged it up here to fit like that. Okay, and click accept. So I'm liking that. That looks really good. And then I'm going to put some of the brushstroke pattern from the packaging here. I'm going to put a section of that to the side of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the the rectangle tool, not square rectangle, and I'm going to draw a rectangle here on the side of my page. Doesn't matter what colour it is at this point, that's black, but it doesn't matter. Just nudge that over to the right using the arrow down here, just nudge it over till it's right on the edge. I liked the idea of having a little white divider here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the brushstroke packaging and I'm going to drag it up on top of that box and put it there, and just make it tall enough like this down here. And then I'm going to go over to my layers palette here, and I'm going to click on the layers. Oh, I have to accept it first. Click the tick. And then I'm going to right click here and create clipping mask. And as long as it's above that black paste that you made for the actual size you want it to be, it then jumps into that black box. And then you can move this, click and hold your mouse and move this till you get a piece of the brushstroke packaging that you like the colours of. So I quite like that there, so I'll put that there and let go. So now I've got my 9x8.25 page. I then thought I quite liked the idea of printing it out on transparency. And what I don't like about my transparencies is they have this rough feeling surface. I like the smooth surface. So I thought, actually, if I go into image and rotate and flip it horizontally, I can then print it on the rough side of the transparency, and then when I get it out of the printer and turn it over, the smooth side will be face up. So that's what I've done. So here is the transparency. Here I print on printable transparency, but I print on draft setting. So I'll just put it on a piece of white paper so you can see it better. There it is. And then I thought it looks quite pale on draft setting. So what I thought I'd try was I printed it out on card as well. So that's how it looks on card, quite vibrant. I flipped it back to print on card, obviously, so that it's the right way around. And then I thought I could put the transparency on top of the card if I wanted to, so that I get a shiny finish. And then that's how it will look in my album. So if I trim it down and put it in the album for November, so I'll come back on and show you how it looks when I've finished. Hope that helps.